You ever see LeBron go at a white boy? It's called what it is. You ever see him do that?
Yo, welcome back to What's the Word, man. We got Stephen A. Smith again going on one of his famous rants about his good old buddy LeBron. This time he making some serious accusations about how LeBron only has smoke for black people and plays it cool when it comes to white men. Stephen A. sounds like a hypocrite to me because we just seen him stand down on ESPN to the white billionaire.
Stephen A. Smith, I think you had some marriage advice for me. Is that right? Or
Well, you know what? Listen, I didn't. People, headlines are headlines. We can get into that another time, but I was
hoping you were going to be here.
I'm not. Oh no, I am not qualified. Married? Right. Oh no, not me. Well, I ain't qualified, my brother. I'm not qualified.
I was going to ask because you hadn't been married before, right?
I am married.
No, Stephen.
No.
Okay. Yeah, because I give advice to plenty of founders who want to build billion-dollar companies, and the reason I do that is because I build billion-dollar companies.
Yeah.
So I generally try to stay in my lane.
Yeah.
See how he backed down and was stuttering? Where was all that loud screaming and tough talking then, Stephen A? You seem like a good little old boy right there. But let's get back to what he had to say about Brian.
Makes me think about the altercation or when LeBron and you had the conversation courtside. You were being very honest about that interaction, and you said, okay, we don't like each other.
Right.
How do you feel you handled that situation overall? Are you proud of how that went?
I wouldn't use the word proud. I would tell you that I don't regret anything that I did in terms of handling the situation. I don't regret it now. And I would tell you my feelings haven't changed. I don't like him at all. He doesn't like me at all. I don't like talking about him because I think people think that I'm looking to talk about him. Like, LeBron's inside of Stephen A's head. If you don't ask me about him, I won't talk about him. You see what I'm saying? I got a job to do, and he will never interfere with my job. I'm going to be professional. This man is in my mind, the second greatest player to have ever played the game of basketball. He's a great ambassador for the game of basketball. He's an incredible role model. What he has done with himself, what he has done with his crew, it's beyond admirable, and he will always warrant the utmost respect. But everybody hasn't had the relationship that I've had. I'm in the media. I'm a commentator and pundit. I know the things that you've done behind the scenes. I know the things that you've said behind my back. I know what you've tried to do to derail me from being in the position that I'm in today. I know that if it were up to you, I'd have been stopped years ago. So it goes far deeper than I'll ever get into publicly. Knowing that, I still went on the air and was fair. And to me, the way he handled the situation, coming up to me, courtside, all right, fine, you're emotional, whatever. I don't know who's getting on you at home, and you might have felt compelled to do it. All right, fine. You on Saturday night in Boston. After that happens, you talking to RJ, Richard Jefferson, our colleague at ESPN. Good brother, your former teammate. Whisper in his ear, he said something about me as a father. I couldn't take that. But when that man went on Pat McAfee show, just to insult me, that was the final straw.
Man, that this dude was playing victim. After that courtside situation, I could have sworn he went on a world tour explaining himself. Now all of a sudden he acts like the Pat McAfee show was just done to respond to him and to put him down and put him in a bad light. This dude really has the main character syndrome. He thinks he's the player's equal, or he thinks he's bigger than them, and that's a problem. He's always soft launching info too. He's always like, I got this tip top secret, but I won't say it publicly. Like, dude, that nobody believes that. And after all the cooning he does, I'm not sure how people still find him reliable and trustworthy. Then he just blatantly lies and no one checks him. They just nod in agreement. Like, yeah, you're right, boss.
Like, you bring up LeBron. You ever see LeBron go at a white boy? It's called what it is. You ever see him do that? You saw him come at me. Closest you ever came to seeing him do something like that was when he called out Brian Windhorst. What you calling out Brian Windhorst for? The man covered you since junior high school and has praised you repeatedly. And you used the Pat McAfee situation to go at him. You understand? And that's the only time you ever seen LeBron James, really go at somebody white. I'm going to call it what it is. So we understand each other. I understand a lot more. And I'll tell you, I'll divulge to my boy and his boy right here, you know, when I did my monologue for 17 and a half, 18 minutes, the day after he decided to go on Pat McAfee's show, all right? And I said what I said and meant every syllable of what I said. Immediately after, I was informed that we won't be hearing more from him about me. That's what I thought.
Bro, you can't do all that tough talking when a man pulled up on you and you tucked your tail. And some got to be wrong with Stephen A. because he clearly asked, has anyone ever seen LeBron go at a white boy? He said no. Then he brought up a white boy he went at, only to question why he went at him. Like, you can't make this stuff up. Stephen A. must felt that heat on him, how he treats the black women, and people had their opinions about that. Then he tried to flip the script and put the attention on Bron. Crazy. Man, Stephen A., he clearly heard that Bron doesn't want to be his friend, but Bron is a greater part of the reason why he's able to pay his bills and he signed that contract with ESPN. Let's keep it real, man. That's their only topic. LeBron is still the number one in the media space for NBA players, so we all going to milk him until he goes, but he's probably not going to respond this time around, and he shouldn't. Stephen A. is a clown, man. He's dragging it. In my opinion, it's time to wrap this up and move on. But let me know what you guys think down below in the comments. Stephen A. right about LeBron.
And I love how Markieff Morris is just there listening, but obviously whoever filmed the video wasn't expecting LeBron to go up to Stephen A. Smith and have some words for him, so obviously only caught the end of it.